We start this hour overseas. Israel is taking significant military steps on the Gaza Strip following a surprise attack by the Palestinian militant group Hamas.
In just 2 days, more than 1,100 people on both sides are dead and thousands more were injured. At least 4 American citizens are now confirmed among the dead. The Palestinian militant group claims to currently be holding more than 130 hostages. At least 700 people have reportedly been killed in Israel, and more than 400 have been killed in Gaza.
Over the weekend, President Joe Biden voiced the United States' support for Israel. In response to the strikes, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin directed the USS Gerald R. Ford carrier strike group to the region. This includes approximately 5,000 soldiers ready to respond as a show of force.
Austin adds that the U.S. will provide Israel with additional equipment and resources. The first round of help is expected to arrive in the next few days. Meantime, the United Nations Security Council held an emergency meeting on Sunday over the attacks on Israel.
This meeting comes as supporters for Israel took to the streets to condemn the military action. Fox News correspondent C.B. Cotton has more from New York.
Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, Gilad Erdan, says Hamas broke into homes, gathered entire families into rooms, and shot them point blank. Among those who survived the siege, mothers, fathers, children, they're now being held hostage in the region. The ambassador saying there are even Holocaust survivors who've been dragged into Gaza. The ambassador using photos and videos to show the brutality.
Look at this grandmother being forced to hold a Hamas terrorist rifle as he takes a picture with her. This is inhumane. Inhumane. Just look at this photo of bodies of women strewn in the street, in a bus stop.
Ambassador Erdan's remarks ahead of the UN Security Council's closed-door meeting come as hundreds of pro-Israel demonstrators take to the New York City streets, carrying Israel's flag or waving signs. Erdan saying Israel is calling on the United Nations and the world to condemn Hamas's actions, calling this Israel's 9/11. He was also asked to respond to countries who've said this sort of violence will continue without a two-state solution, China being one of those countries. Here's the ambassador's response.
I don't remember anyone talking about achieving a peace agreement with Al-Qaeda or with ISIS. Peace cannot be achieved with an organization that its sole only goal is to destroy you and to butcher each and every one of your citizens.
In New York City, C.B. Cotton, Fox News.
Palestinian interests also spoke out. The ambassador to the United Nations says that Palestinians will not ignore Israel's, quote, occupation or, quote, oppression of their people. The permanent observer of the state of Palestine to the United Nations, Riyad Mansour, says that Israel has been waging war on Palestine and expected peace in exchange.
Regrettably, history for some media and politicians start when Israelis are killed. Our people have endured one deadly year after another. We came to the Security Council month after month, warning of the consequences of Israeli impunity and international inaction. It is time for an immediate end to the violence and the bloodshed, and it is time to end this blockade and to open a political horizon.
According to the United Nations, in Gaza, more than 123,000 people are displaced. More than 70,000 people are taking shelter in schools.